Welcome to News Briefs. Today is May 4th, 2025.
Hello.
You've sent in just a fascinating collection of information this week, really ranging from the latest tech innovations to, global economic shift.
And some big sporting events, too.
Exactly. So our mission really is to synthesize all of this, pull out the truly significant nuggets.
Connect the dots, basically.
Yeah, connect them in a way that gives you a clear and insightful snapshot of what's happening right now.
We'll be hitting on how new tech might change daily life, the economic forecasts.
Right, the sports highlights, obviously. And even touching on some intriguing stuff in science and the arts.
Think of it as your shortcut to staying well-informed.
Okay, let's dive right in. Let's start with the tech landscape. It looks pretty dynamic for 2025.
Definitely.
One report we looked at outlined, 25 emerging trends? And a few really jumped out.
Yeah, quite a list.
Generative AI, for instance, it's projected to become massive.
Oh, absolutely huge. Potentially, nearly $670 billion market by 2030?
That's the number. And it's moving way beyond just simple text generation, right? We're talking realistic images, audio, even simulations.
And the disruption potential there across so many sectors is just striking. Marketing, entertainment, scientific research.
Hyper-personalized campaigns, new immersive experiences.
Exactly. It's becoming a fundamental layer almost of how we interact with the digital world, not just niche tech anymore.
Right. And in parallel, you've got quantum computing. It continues its steady march forward.
Yeah, maybe not quantum laptops just yet.
No, probably not. But the progress in solving problems that are, currently intractable for even supercomputers, that's pretty significant.
And think about the breakthroughs down the line. If you connect it to, say, materials science or drug discovery.
Modeling molecular interaction.
With far greater accuracy. It could drastically speed up developing new materials or creating highly targeted therapies, tackling challenges at a level we just can't reach now.
We're also seeing the continued expansion of 5G. That feels almost foundational for a lot of this other stuff.
It really is. That faster, more reliable connectivity enables so much else.
And then you have the evolution of VR and AR. It feels like they're finally moving beyond just gaming.
Yes, into more practical applications. Retail, real estate, education.
We're even seeing smarter AR glasses emerge, apparently.
And that shift towards utility is key. Businesses are seeing the value in training, realistic but safe virtual environments.
Or letting customers visualize products in their own homes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Practical, everyday applications. That's what will drive wider adoption.
Smart cities are also getting a tech upgrade, leveraging the Internet of Things, the IoT.
For more efficient management of everything. Yeah. Traffic flow, energy consumption.
It's like the city itself becomes this interconnected, responsive thing.
Right. And the beauty of a well-implemented IoT system is it can enhance quality of life almost invisibly, optimizing resources based on real-time data.
And it's not just digital. Biotechnology in agriculture is advancing too.
Aiming to boost crop yields promotes sustainability.
Which feels pretty essential given, everything.
Indeed. Innovations there are vital for food security and minimizing environmental impact. Everything from GMOs to precision agriculture.
We're also seeing continued, gradual progress in autonomous vehicles.
Yeah, particularly in areas like public transport and freight logistics. More controlled environments for now.
Makes sense. Focus on specific use cases like delivery or buses allows for more rigorous testing, better safety protocols.
Before we see it widespread in personal cars.
Blockchain tech is also expanding beyond crypto.
Finding uses in supply chains, secure voting, even medical records.
Promising greater transparency and security.
Well, its strength is that distributed, immutable nature. Ideal where trust and data integrity are key across multiple parties.
Edge computing, another crucial one, seems like. Processing data closer to the source.
Especially for things like autonomous vehicles or industrial IoT where real-time decisions are critical.
Right, where even a slight delay could be a big problem.
Exactly. Edge gives you the speed and responsiveness you just couldn't get relying solely on the cloud.
Personalized medicine is also advancing. Tailoring diagnosis and treatment based on individual genetics, lifestyle.
Especially in cancer care, yeah. It's a move towards much more precise healthcare.
More effective treatments, fewer side effects.
Yeah.
That's the promise.
Because therapies are targeted specifically to the individual's biology and their disease.
And on the hardware side, neuromorphic computing. Brain-inspired chips.
The idea is more energy-efficient pattern recognition, sensory data processing, making AI more efficient.
By mimicking the brain structure, they could offer big advantages in image or speech recognition, using far less power.
Fascinating stuff.
In energy, the push for greener tech continues. Solar, wind efficiency improving, costs falling.
And a significant focus on green hydrogen, too. The market's projected to hit almost $4 billion this year.
That's what one source said, yeah. With Europe leading the charge, expected to hit over $16 billion by 2029.
It's driven by environmental concerns and economics as renewables get more cost competitive. Green hydrogen is seen as key for decarbonization.
Wearable health monitors are also getting more sophisticated.
Constantly tracking health data, offering insights via AI, really pushing preventative health care.
Empowering individuals to be more proactive, detect issues early, encourage healthier lifestyles.
Definitely.
Extended reality, or XR, finding more uses in training simulations across industries.
It sounds like a much more effective, engaging way to learn complex tasks.
Immersive environments can really improve knowledge retention, skill development, especially for high-risk stuff.
Where real-world practice is tough or dangerous.
Voice-activated tech is still trending up. More people using it for shopping, other things.
Convenience seems to be the big driver. Ease and hands-free nature just integrated into daily routines.
Space tourism is also edging closer to the mainstream. Commercial flights becoming more real.
Still early days, obviously, and for a specific market.
Right, very specific.
But the progress in commercial spaceflight is a notable advancement. Could pave the way for more accessibility later.
Then there's synthetic media. AI-generated content like deepfakes, virtual influencers.
Opens creative possibilities, sure, but also raises some pretty serious ethical questions.
Especially around misinformation.
Absolutely. The ethical side is paramount. We need safeguards against misuse while still allowing for creative and educational uses.
Advanced robotics are getting more capable, thanks to AI, handling complex tasks in manufacturing, healthcare.
Even in our homes, robots are getting smarter, more adaptable. Integration of advanced AI enables robots to do tasks that needed humans before. More efficiency, more automation.
AI is also critical in cybersecurity now, automating threat detection, response.
It's a constant arms race in the digital world. As attacks get more complex, AI security is becoming essential.
Digital twins, these virtual replicas of physical assets, being used for simulation, optimization.
In manufacturing, urban planning. It's like a test environment for the real world.
Allows analysis and optimization without disrupting actual operations. Better efficiency, lower costs.
Sustainable technology remains a key focus, too. Innovations aimed at reducing our environmental footprint.
Driven by consumer demand and regulations.
Reflects a global awareness, the need to transition to eco-friendly practices.
Telemedicine continues to expand. Remote access to healthcare via digital platforms.
It's become vital for increasing accessibility, reaching remote patients, improving convenience, potentially lowering costs, too.
And finally, in tech, nanotechnology, engineering at the atomic level.
Huge potential across many fields, even if it's still largely in development. Foundational science for materials, medicine, electronics.
And DocuWare also highlighted some related points. AI in predictive analytics for business.
Potentially cutting supply chain costs significantly, like 25%.
Wow. And AI for document processing, reducing manual errors by like 95%.
Plus the importance of green IT and the development of even faster 6G networks. Speeds potentially 100 times faster than 5G.
And InfoBay pointed out the ongoing evolution of smart glasses with AI and AR. Mark Zuckerberg apparently called 2025 a potentially pivotal year.
Though he noted practical applications will be key. Which makes sense. These insights just reinforce AI's pervasive impact, the drive for efficiency, automation, and that push towards advanced sustainable tech.
Okay, shifting gears to the global economy. The latest reports paint a somewhat uncertain picture.
A bit mixed, yeah. The S&P 500 has seen gains, but there's still volatility in Europe, Wall Street.
Fluctuating oil, gold prices, weaker dollar against the euro.
It reflects that complex interplay of global factors. Inflation concerns, geopolitics, different growth trajectories.
We also saw that recent outage of the Zelle payment platform, caused by a technical issue at Fiserv.
It really underscores our reliance on digital financial infrastructure, doesn't it? And the potential for disruption.
A critical reminder about needing robust, resilient systems.
Definitely.
The IMF's latest World Economic Outlook. They're projecting global GDP growth at 2.7% for 2025, unchanged from previous forecasts.
With advanced economies at 1.7%, emerging and developing at 4.1%.
Right. Latin America and the Caribbean expected to see a slight uptick to 2.5%, but they also point to several downside risks.
Trade policy shifts, conflicts, slowdowns, inflation, climate disasters. Quite a list.
Seems like cautious optimism is the prevailing view.
The projections give an outlook, sure, but that list of risks highlights the ongoing uncertainties and vulnerabilities.
InfoBay also discussed AI's potential impact on economic growth, citing a study suggesting countries like Peru could see maybe a 1% annual GDP increase with effective AI implementation.
But they also cautioned about potential job losses, increased inequality without proper regulation.
Outlining different scenarios depending on how AI is managed sounds like the benefits aren't automatic.
Exactly. It underscores the importance of proactive policies, regulations to ensure benefits are shared widely, and negative consequences like job displacement are mitigated.
Okay, turning to the political arena, the Mayo 4 Daily Global News Roundup highlighted some controversial statements from former President Trump.
Regarding his obligations to the Constitution and due process, that drew criticism.
Including from a Supreme Court justice, apparently. His rhetoric against the judiciary and press was also noted.
These statements and the reactions just highlight the ongoing debates around fundamental aspects of American governance and institutions.
And the Biden administration's new border enforcement measures, targeting sponsors of unaccompanied migrant children.
That's raising concerns among human rights groups about potential deportations, intimidation. It's generating significant debate.
A policy shift raising complex legal and ethical questions about treating vulnerable populations.
And the responsibilities of those supporting them.
Univision also reported on some of Trump's past economic actions, like pausing tariffs due to market instability.
And suggested China has shown resilience against U.S. tariffs.
It's a reminder of how interconnected politics and economics are globally.
These examples illustrate those complex feedback loops. Decisions in one sphere have big repercussions in others.
All right, let's move to the world of sports. Big news in boxing.
Canelo Alvarez defeated William Skull.
Yep. Regained the IBF super middleweight title, undisputed champion again, though some called the fight maybe a bit lackluster.
Yeah, heard that too. But his next fight is already set against Terence Crawford in September.
That's a huge matchup. Also saw wins from Jaime Munguia and Badou Jack on that same card.
Canelo's victory solidifies his reign, and that Crawford fight is definitely one of the most anticipated in boxing.
In Formula One, Max Verstappen took pole at the Miami Grand Prix.
But it was Lando Norris who won a pretty chaotic sprint race.
Right, that included a collision involving Alonso. A weekend with some unexpected twists.
Miami definitely delivered excitement. Norris's sprint win was a standout moment, highlighting F1's unpredictability.
Over in the UFC, UFC 311 had a late main event change. Renato Moicano stepped in against Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, replacing Sarukian.
Yeah.
And Corey Sandhagen beat Davison Figueiredo.
Plus, Alex Pereira defended his light heavyweight title. Juliana Pena regained the bantamweight title.
And we've got Bilal Muhammad versus Jack Del Maddalena for the welterweight title coming up May 10th at UFC 315.
Busy time in MMA. Significant shifts and high-stakes competition across divisions.
Definitely.
NBA playoffs, the Denver Nuggets beat the LA Clippers in a decisive Game 7.
Tough series. They advanced to face the Oklahoma City Thunder in the West semis.
That Nuggets win underscores their championship experience, right?
Yeah.
Sets up a compelling matchup against that young Thunder team.
Should be good.
And in MLB, Shohei Ohtani is progressing in his throwing program, but still a couple months away from pitching.
Dodgers calling up infielder Hyesung Kim. Bad news for Casas of the Red Sox, though. Likely out for the season with a knee injury.
Ouch. Saw some power displays, though, back-to-back homers for the Cubs.
Pete Crow Armstrong and Dansby Swanson.
And a game-ending grand slam for the Marlins by Kyle Stowers. Matt Chapman hit one for the Giants, too.
Fan made an incredible one-handed catch holding his daughter. Saw that clip.
Oh, yeah. Yuri Perez of the Marlins might return sooner than expected. Yordan Alvarez sidelined, though. Orioles expected to call up prospect Kobe Mayo.
Usual mix of player news, standout moments, injuries. Keeps fans engaged.
Okay, let's turn to science and medicine quickly. Huge news from the James Webb Space Telescope.
Detected potential biosignatures, specifically dimethyl sulfide, DMS.
In the atmosphere of exoplanet K2-18b. Wow.
Being called the strongest evidence yet for possible life beyond Earth, though obviously more confirmation is needed.
Still incredible. NASA also found a possible ultra-fast exoplanetary system, Euclid telescope, spotted an Einstein ring.
Just constantly pushing the boundaries of our cosmic understanding. The Webb telescope's capabilities are amazing.
In medicine, there's news about orforglipron, a daily pill aiming to replace weight loss injections.
That could be significant for managing obesity. A more convenient alternative.
An effective oral weight loss med could be a major step forward for public health.
Absolutely.
Quick look at cinema and music. May 2025 movie releases include the latest Mission Impossible, live-action Lilo, and Stitch.
New Karate Kid, Final Destination, Bloodlines. Streaming's got new stuff, too.
Globally, a Chinese film, Ne Zha 2, is topping the box office. Guy Ritchie directing a Roadhouse sequel.
And Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem starring in a Florian Zeller film.
In music, new releases from Kali Uchis, Pink Pantheress, Miley Cyrus.
Cuoco, Lana Del Rey's album The Right Person Will Stay coming May 21st. And a new Linkin Park song, Unshattered, on May 16th.
Later albums anticipated from The Weeknd, Lady Gaga, Rosalia, Taylor Swift's Reputation, Taylor's version. Billboard's even got Grammy 2025 predictions out already.
Entertainment industry just keeps rolling out diverse content, lots of buzz.
And finally, a few other news items. 2 missing tourists were found safe in Argentina.
Good news there. And a moderate earthquake in Puerto Rico, thankfully no tsunami.
We're also seeing this significant drop in referral traffic to news sites from Facebook and X.
Yet while Google search traffic is stable, media outlets are planning to focus more on direct distribution, WhatsApp, TikTok.
And there's this growing concern among media leaders about declining public trust in journalism.
Which is a critical issue today.
Yeah.
These items just underscore global interconnectedness and the ongoing challenges and shifts in the media landscape.
So as you can see, it's just a rapidly evolving world across tech, economics, sports, science, culture.
The potential of AI, the exploration of space, really compelling areas to watch.
And consider the possibilities of personalized medicine alongside the, ethical dilemmas of synthetic media. These complex issues we'll keep grappling with.
Definitely.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground. Each topic could be its own deep dive. What aspects of these developments do you find most significant? What questions linger?
It really is worth considering how these seemingly separate fields are increasingly intertwined, creating unexpected ripple effects.
Keep thinking critically about these trends and always ask, what does this really mean?
Indeed. That interconnectedness is key. Developments in one area have profound, often unforeseen consequences elsewhere. A holistic view is crucial.
Thanks for tuning in.